Good morning, everybody, and this is another episode of my daily struggle after I woke up. Sorry, my voice is a little bit, I don't know, it sounds weird. Finally able to work on my first day. It was quite impressive. Not to mention it was too long of a shift also, but yeah, who cares? I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's see what happened today as well. Okay, please ignore my shorts. I will share some of the things that I have learned from the orientation, which was on the 20th. Yeah. So what happened? Yeah, good morning to you too. So I moved job, right? And I knew it's gonna be challenging, but I'm not going back again and moving round and round in circles. So I will just get to the point real quick because I have to cook chicken today and I'll probably have to make enough to sustain 2 days because I don't want to cook after I get home from work. So there was while we are in orientation, our orientation coordinator or training leader or whatever you might call her, she invited all the executives of the hotel and she told us that we have to ask them really good questions until or unless they will not leave the room. Maybe, jokes apart. They came to the room and they introduced themselves, their positions, what their roles and activities and job responsibilities, if you might say. At this point it was okay, and I was taking in, I was like in awe. I was watching them because they're far more experienced, and there is one thing in common in everybody. Have you guessed it? What is it? Have you? So they moved their jobs, they changed their jobs. And I'm not saying this because I moved. I just moved because I wanted to. Friggin', I don't know. I just wanted to see something new. You never know what's gonna happen with you, right? So okay, me aside. So I asked them, which is a kind of question that I would very much ask any person if I look up to him. I asked them one great question and they really appreciated the question, to be honest. I'm not humble bragging here, okay? I'm just saying they said that it's a really good question that we got in a year. And I was like, okay. So what I asked them, that everybody, all of them, I believe over 30, if not over 29, believe me. So I asked them that what advice you have for your 25-year-old self. Suppose you know all the things that you know until now. What would you say to your 25-year-old self if you can go back? They had to think that for a minute. And I will tell you, 2% told me, take your work seriously, but make sure that you have the work-life balance, which I am currently struggling right now, to be honest, per se. And I don't know, which is really important to make sure that you have your work-life balance, which I learned from them. I'm not telling you from my experience, even though I'm going through this experience, I'm still figuring it out how to actually get a hold of it. Another person told me, when I was young, I used to take credit, even though if we achieve some task in hand by a teamwork, that I would just feel that I have done a lot more than them. But more over time, it actually changed. I started to take team responsibility. If we won at something, I gave credit to the team. That was another thing. That was a really good thing. Another person, she was a marketing deputy or something like that. She immigrated here in the United States. I think she's from South America. She said that she had to go through a lot of struggle. She had to wait 8 years to get an American citizen and stuff like that. But she was determined what she wanted in her life. So she said, always, you can change places, but you don't necessarily have to move from your goal, because you can stay anywhere you want, but you still can become the person that you want to become, if that makes sense. Okay, that's another thing. There was 2 old gentlemen over their 50s, I assume, and they said very interesting thing. They're both in one of them was in engineering, one of them is in finance, and they said, take risk. And I think one of the words that catch on, because they said like fail faster and learn from it and apply it on the next venture. Even though here's some contradiction that happened with me. I feel like if I am doing something and I'm already 25, I don't want to really necessarily change and go to pursue another venture. Rather, I'll build the top of my work that I have done. I'll double down on it, if that makes sense. So yeah. And another person from finance, he said, take more risk, because at the end of the day, you have to take risk. And I know where you're coming from. I know, I understand. I have done that, and I feel empowered by that. And yeah, that is all I wanted to share. If you guys have any interesting things to say, put down in the comment below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.